Hello. So, I am casually coming on here to talk about something. I want to talk about society and the beauty standards. And the reason I'm not like set up with anything because I'm literally just filming from my phone and I'm using the sunlight as a light because I just I'm chilling before I go to work. But anyway, what I want to talk about is society beauty standards. So, what I noticed all my life, and this is also because I live in a state where it's considered the Bible state, which is so funny because there's so many judgmental and rude people here. But yeah, a lot of people who live here are very close minded, very judgmental, very prejudiced where I live. And it's just this hatred against fat people. I don't even know. I don't understand why somebody's weight has anything to do with anybody else. I don't. Like I really don't. I don't do get confused whenever somebody is just so concerned about somebody else's BMI. And I'm like, I mean, whether that person is living an unhealthy lifestyle or a healthy lifestyle has nothing to do with you or me. So why does it matter? But anyway, what I want to get to is that I notice a lot of my life, my weight has, growing up, my weight has been up and down. Um, like always been like a yo-yo for me. Mostly for a lot of women too, which they can understand what I'm talking about, and a lot of men. And what I noticed is that this is how society thinks, right? And I also posted a TikTok about this. I'm gonna link that down below. But when say a what you consider fat or whatever, however you consider fat, a fat person, right, or a bigger person or whatever, uh, tells you, hey, like you guys are discussing at work one day what you guys are having for lunch. And then the fat person says, oh, yeah, I'm having a salad. Here comes the, oh, so you're on the diet? Are you on a diet? My thing is, why do we assume that a fat person is on a diet just because they want to eat healthy? And when I say we, I'm saying society. I don't think that because I think if you want to eat a salad, eat a salad. If you want to eat a sandwich, eat a sandwich. I really don't give a damn what you're eating. I really don't. I'm not that kind of person who literally sits and dwells on what other people are doing. That is miserable way of thinking. That is a weird way of thinking too. It's like why does it matter to you? You know? But anyway, yeah, it's just that's something that always bothered me because I noticed that it's just really the beauty standards. It's really This is really what it is. It's really the beauty standards. Um, and I think it's so sad that the misogynistic society that we live in basically put a woman's body as a style, like it's a trend. Like the trend it used to be everybody wanted to be skinny. Low rise jeans, right? I know that's a whole topic about how there's Gen Z versus millennials about low rise jeans, what I think is so stupid because we're not even against each other. That's the funny part. That's the sad part is that society makes you think that we're all against each other. We're all in separate groups. There's borders, there's different races, there's different colors, so we all got to act accordingly towards our own culture. It's just so dumb. It's so dumb. I just think it's so dumb. Like we literally divide ourselves just to say, "Oh, well, this is the United States of America." Keyword united. We're so united that we're divided. I'm sorry, I just don't get that. I'm gonna say this again for the people who that went right over y'all heads, who don't comprehend freedom of speech. I'm gonna say it again. We're so united that we're divided. Does that make any sense? The other countries are laughing at us. Literally. All because of the individual groups that we put ourselves in. That we that were taught from generations to generations. Like, oh well, if you're white, you have to act like this. If you're black, you have to act like this. If you're Mexican, you have to act like this. If you're fat, you can only wear this. If you're skinny, you look good in everything. Like what? What? That makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. I just sit there and think about it all the time because when you go to social media, everything's over social media. Everybody has a comment for everything, which I think is so funny how everybody talks so much shit to somebody behind a screen, for social media or through text message, but no energy is kept in person. Or if you met that person, you'd probably be more admired by them than hating on them. Like whenever you see these people talk about celebrities, but in person you ask them for a picture or you ask them for an autograph, right? Why? You were just talking about them 5 seconds ago. Like what? But yeah, back to the beauty standards. So yeah, now it's about there's this argument for Gen Z versus millennials about low rise jeans and how the millennials nowadays or Gen Z or whatever the hell get high waist jeans and all that. It's like because I don't know why women's bodies are considered a trend instead of just a body. That's the misogynistic society we live in. Back then, it used to be, oh, everybody had to be skinny. The reason why there was low-rise jeans was for women to show off their flat stomachs, like you see in Christina Aguilera and people like that with low-rise jeans back then, early 2000s, right? Christina was skinny, and you know what I mean. Like she fit the society's beauty standards at that time. But now everybody wants to either everybody all of a sudden has to be thick, or I don't know, like thick is in, I guess. Like it's everybody has to be thick. You have to have a small waist or a waist snatched, big boobs, big butt, pretty face, long hair. That's like what the beauty standards is nowadays, which is so sad because now you have women getting butt shots, hip injections. I've never seen anyone get hip injections until now. This never used to happen. Never used to happen. Now women are getting hip sculpture or something like that. I obviously don't get surgery, so obviously I'm not going to know the correct terminology. So if I'm saying any surgery wrong, then you can correct me in the comments. I really don't care. I don't care. But yeah, butt injection, hip injections. Girls are literally getting BBLs all the time, which obviously it's your money. Who cares? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like the reason why you're doing it is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about if you got the surgery or not. I'm talking about why you even got the surgery in the first place. Is really what I'm talking about. Women's bodies are not trends. I know we've been programmed to think, oh, if I don't look like this, then I'm not considered fine to a man. I want to be fine. You can still be fine. You just gotta, and honestly, the thing that makes a woman most beautiful is knowing that she's beautiful. without the help of others. You can look in yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I am beautiful. I know I don't have the biggest butt. No, I don't have the biggest boobs. No, I don't have the waist snatched, the long, gorgeous hair, Brazilian wavy with the clear skin and all that. No, I don't. But I can still be beautiful with or without that. I just wish women could believe that about themselves, you know? Because the way stuff is built now is just very sad. Women don't even feel good enough to post just a regular picture without a filter or without some kind of Photoshop editing. It's just sad how insecure we've become because of society literally brainwashing us and making us think like, oh, well, if you don't have such and such, then you're not worthy. Or if you don't have this, you're not going to be beautiful to a man. A man's not going to want you. A man should want you for who you are, not for what you look like. I get, there are people who have standards, I mean not standards, but preferences. They want their woman to look a certain way. I understand that. But I don't want to say the whole beauty fades thing cuz I've seen women who've lived very long lives and still beautiful to this day. So I can't say beauty fades, but at the end of the day, what if something does happen to that person's beauty, you know? Would you stay with them because you actually love them and you actually got to know them for their heart? Or are you going to leave them because of the superficial reason that you got with them in the first place, was just because of their looks? We just got to do better. That's all I'm saying.